Warning: if you're a fighter out there and you're trying to get on a card, do not get on a card in Brazil because they will pair you up with a Brazilian, and the Brazilians do not lose at home. Warning: Brazilians do not lose at home. This was proven this weekend at UFC Rio, where, practically all the Brazilians, just a few lost their fights, but the Brazilians came out hot, came out with a wonderful performance. Everybody was hungry. Nobody wanted to lose at home, clearly. So, the main event was Charles Oliveira versus Mateusz Gamrot. Mateusz Gamrot came in 2 weeks' notice, substituted for Rafael Fiziev. That was a fight I really wanted to see because, Rafael Fiziev is full of fireworks. Rafael Fiziev versus Charles Oliveira, it was a guaranteed banger. But that didn't happen. Mateusz Gamrot came in 2 weeks' notice. He was fired up. He felt this was his opportunity, to prove himself, to prove that he belonged in the top 5. Sadly for him, he was going against a well-seasoned veteran, a well-seasoned warrior, a man who can boast for the most submissions in the UFC, most fight bonuses in the UFC. Charles Oliveira, former lightweight champion, didn't come to play. He was fighting at home, so he brought his A game. He totally dominated Mateusz Gamrot. Mateusz Gamrot, everybody thought if there was anybody that could give Charles Oliveira a hard time, it would be Mateusz Gamrot. But no, ladies and gentlemen, Mateusz Gamrot lost. Charles Oliveira shut down Mateusz Gamrot. Mateusz Gamrot kept making noise, saying he could grapple with, he could handle Oliveira's grappling. He's a grappler too. He would wrestle and blah, blah, blah. After his first takedown attempt, he had to reconsider because Charles Oliveira just came too prepared. It was almost like Mateusz Gamrot by himself jumped into the shark tank, and the shark Oliveira was waiting to just consume and gobble him up. He kept defending submissions back to back in the first round. In the second round, Charles came to put it up on him. Secured a rear naked choke, and that was it. Charles Oliveira cements himself as still one of the greatest. Well, Charles Oliveira ended that fight and called out Max Holloway for the BMF belt.